one of them, like Potion, they're all like brothers. Like Potion and Love Potion, they're brothers, and they could even scratch anything.
Okay, now we're going with Dark Stealth Elf and Food Fight. So, Dark Stealth Elf is kind of like a dark element attached, and she's one of my favorite from the mini swaps. But she's very nice, and she's a little like a stealth elf, but she's a dark one, and she's very furious, just not like the stealth elf, but very, very furious than the stealth elf. Now with Food Fight.
Food Fight could throw potatoes in Gulper's mouth. But this is very, very disgusting that he does that. He could defeat any little Skylanders. I mean, any little,
Any mini enemies.
Any mini enemies, and not big ones, because big ones could destroy him. But he's very hairy. He's like Shroom Boom.
Okay, now with Terabyte and Stunt Smash. Stunt Smash is very, very popular into where it comes to doing other intro-chores. Stunt Smash does enemies really good, and besides Chompies. He's very good at doing the Chompy stuff because he's a very combination of smashing them, and Stunt Smash is very good Skylander into the Giants. Now with my favorite little Terabyte.
Terabyte is the other's Terabyte son, but he is like Terabyte. He's the same as him. He is like a shark, and Mom thinks he's a rhino.
Okay, now we're going with Ice Small and Hijinks. Hijinks and Ice Small are very small Traptaniums, and sorry for the little fall of the wallpaper. Hijinks is a very powerful little young lady. Believe me or not, these little mini Traptaniums have a little small injuncts in defeating Big Parasol. Because if you notice, even the biggest Skylanders can't always defeat one, but these minis can have a little power to it too. So, Hijinks, I think she's very good at doing stuff just like Hex, and she's very powerful as Hex. Now, Ice Mom.
Ice Mom is Ice Mom's. They're the same, and he could punch little punches, like little bad guys, like Chompy. And then he could fly.
Okay, now we're going with Wash Bar and Double Trouble. So, Double Trouble is more of a nice characteristic to the magic because he has these like mini soldiers that follow him anywhere, and you don't even have to take them out. And he's very powerful in doing lots of magic tricks and disappearing into it. Now with Wash Bar.
Wash Bar has a big, huge sword. I mean, he has a big, huge sword, but he could smash any Chompies or sheep creep. He's very powerful, but in his mouth he has very, very big teeth, like a shark.
Okay, now with Vetjack and Small Fry. Small Fry is another mini Traptanium, and he's very powerful too. If you didn't notice, Jetpack has a lot of combination. Small Fry has a lot of combination into it. So he's very good at doing other items in process. Jetfat is very powerful at throwing other interactions with pharaohs.
Jetpack could fly because he has air. Because he's a bird and he could fly anywhere. And he could shoot.
Snowballs.
Yes.
Okay, so now we're going with Blaster, Bubble, and Bop. Bop is one of my favorite little mini Tritaniums because he's like very cute. And he's like a little doggy, but he's just a little dirty dog. And I love how he snitches, like, it's just very cute. And then we're going with Bubble Blaster.
Bubble Blaster has bugs inside his blaster. And it rhymes with Blaster Mine. Yeah. Blaster and Blaster. Yeah. And in his mouth, he has a very disgusting lip.
Honey Jocklets.
Yeah, honey chocolates. And he could shoot anywhere and the bugs could defeat chaos.
Now we're going with our Scorpion and Funny Bone. Funny Bone is known as one of Hot Dog's interactions of bones because if you notice, Hot Dog and Funny Bone have a lot in common. If you see, Hot Dog has a very small defense into what Funny Bone looks like. So they both have the same kind of interactions and look very similar to each other in many ways. So they are very special to each other and look the exact same, just with a little difference to the interaction in how they both look. But they are both kind of the same interacts and as powerful as each other. Then we're going with Scorpion.
Scorpion is very fast because he is like Wash Blocker. He's very fast.
And has very good techniques at defeating enemies.
And he could shoot. Inside, he has a little ball. Is like kind of gold. And he could throw it to any enemy.
And ton of a mistake. The ball is actually green. But what we're talking about the goldish is that he has a very good connection in throwing a gold spactions. So now we're going with Strawbroom and Chop Chop. Strawbroom and Chop Chop. So Chop Chop is a very combinational description because Chop Chop has a lot interact, and Chop Chop have a sword on the side, but we can explain that sword broke. But he's very still powerful in the game. He still has a sword. Doesn't mean that he doesn't have the sword in the game, but he has a very interactive combination into where he's moving into stuff, like interacting with stuff. So yeah, Shroom
Boom shoots shrooms in anywhere.
And has a very combination of mushrooms.
Yeah. And he could get like 100 mushrooms and then put it so any bad
so he
guys
can protect his shields with the enemies. Now we are going with two of our descriptive little enemy soldiers. So this is a little cannon, and this like helps us recover to our game in case we need any help. He will shoot the enemies for help after help. And this is a little jock core, so this you'll put it in the store, and you will have it on top of the skylander, and every time you get close to the enemy, you will dump it on top of the enemy, and it will dump on top of the enemy and apparently die. So these are our two little combination holders. Now we are going with our tractor. So here we're going with the first one, which is one of our powerful ones. We have one of our tree ones. This is our tree one. And in this tree main, we have Chompy Mange, Cheap Creep, Broccoli Guy, Cuckoo Clocker, Shield Shredder, and Chompy. And there are many more kinds of other combinations that have to do with this. So this is one of our main ones that go with one of our green ones. Just talk.
The dark element is Wolfgang and
Mastermind,
and
Hoodsickle, and Bone Chompy.
And he could, if you killed them already, you could use them.
Now we have our mountain element. In this one, you may use Golden Queen, Tussle Sprout, Chompy Chest, and Grave Cobbler. These are very powerful interactions, especially Golden Queen. This is our water element. In this one, there's Gulper, Slobber Trap, Chill Brill, Brawl and Chain, Cross Crow, and Tret Pack.
After they defeat all of those, they could use them like others.
And the king is Gulper.
Yeah.
This is our air element. And in this one, there's Dreamcatcher, Buzzerbeak, Crankenstein, and Bad Juju. Apparently, the queen of this one is Dreamcatcher. This is our fire trap. And in this one, there is Chef Pepperjack, Scrap Shooter, Grenade, and Smokescreen. Our king of this one is Chef Pepperjack. So if you have a Privium, this right here is our Technic element. These are our water elements, our tree element, our heart element, chaos trap, our golden element, mountain element, air element, fire element, and our magic elements. You may be asking, what are these question marks for? Well, every time you find one like this, it is a mystery element. And the reason why is because, if you see, we just bought this one. It's an Easter bunny. So it's an Easter bunny, and apparently this one goes to the mountain because it has a little mountain sign. So it goes to the mountain area on our mystery. So we have completed our mountain area. Not yet, because we need to find all other 4 characteristics for our mountain area. But this is one of our mysteries that we have found. And basically, let's go with our Slipknots. So here I have Snapshot, and he is 100% in shield power. Shield power, he's 100. And in fast mode, he is 180. And in lucky power, he has 120. So this is Snapshot. Wallop.
He is
190.
190.
In power of mode.
And 490.
One-
40.
140 in shield mode. In fast mode, he's 100 and in turn 80.
And
this is Wallop.
this is Wallop.
This is Bushwhack. Bushwhack has a percentage of 220. Shield is 70. Fast is 180. And Technique is 50. This is Bushwhack. Jawbreaker. He has a percentage of 200, shield of 90, fast of 90, and lucky of 130.